Man, it's official. We down for the count. Ain't no shop, man. We homeless. She don't even know what's going on, but she excited. She like hotels. Hey.
And I do like even hotels better than it.
Yeah, we know. Hey, shout out to Slim. He pulled up, followed me to the parking spot. Hey, I know you from YouTube. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't know how long it was gonna take, but we got run down.
And the only thing he do that.
This is our new home. We are homeless. What you say?
No, it's not.
She said, "Can I ride my bike at my new house?" Not at my new house, though.
I did not even say that at all. Oh, 0, 3.
It's all CG stuff. CG shoes, clothes,
Yes.
more shoes, more shoes, more shoes. I used to be a big shoe man, but now I'm just a car person. I threw away a lot of shoes too.
Shut your ass up. Don't put me in
There she go, always cussing me out, and y'all caught it uncut. Hey.
No, I didn't.
Gotta look for some clothes, man. It's rough out here.
We come back every day and look for clothes.
Well, I'm coming back as much as I need
Why would you
to.
have to come back every day? You
I gotta pass work to come here.
What that got to do with anything? You
Alright,
don't need clothes for work. You need clothes for you.
Right, so since I'm already passing, I can get some clothes.
Shut up.
Just gonna pick this up and get my bike.
Two things she said that really pissed me off, bro. The first one, she told her nephew, and this one I should have cut her off. She told him, "What's up, man? SES. I'm back, but not for long. I ain't coming back for a long time, man. I'm homeless, bro. We are homeless." The very first part of this video, man, I'm telling y'all, do not take references from friends for buying houses. I should never have did that. So, homeboy, man, it's cool. And I went with his aunt. He's like, "Yeah, my aunt's age." And I was like, "All right, cool." His aunt actually didn't know a lot about doing a VA. All that she kept telling me was the home has to be move-in ready, when it actually does not have to be. I mean, you can buy, it's a lot of stuff that you can do to get the house that you want. So I wanted an older house with a big lot that needed some work. And all you had to do is show you have money to do that. And yeah, she just kept telling me that I couldn't do that. So like that limited my options. So we're looking in a 45-minute radius. So 45 minutes. Then we look for a house with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths at least. Looking for a house with a basement, an acre or 2 lot, no HOA. So every time you hit a restriction on what you want, it cuts. So we started out about 1,000 houses. You put an acre, now you're down to 600 houses. You put 4 bedroom, now you're down to 300 houses. You put no HOA, now you're down to 100 houses. And then every day, you're looking for updates, nothing really meets that criteria. So we basically might end up just selling it, man, because it's getting expensive. But right now, the hotel's being paid for by the Army. We got 10 days. A lot of people is saying, like, at your location, they don't have any lodging, so you should have 60 days. But I'm not trying it, man, because if I spend 60 days at this hotel and the Army only pay for 10, I'll be out of a lot of money, so I'm not going to even risk it. Look at Logan. She crying because the pool got bugs. All she want to do, "Can we go to the pool? Can we go to the pool?" Why you ain't getting in? Get your fingers out your mouth. Why you ain't getting in? Why you being a crybaby?
Oh, he's crying. He's crying. Oh, he's crying.
All right, I'm back. So from the very start, man, we gave the agent a timeline. So it was July 16th. I told her, "Hey, we want this house right here." Wait, from the very start, man, I was telling her, "This is what I want." Blah, 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 blah. And she was sending me houses that, for number one, was out of the price range. So I say, "Hey, we got a max budget of $300,000 with the VA loan." Let me put that out there. With the VA loan, you could buy a house with no money down, but you pay for closing costs, inspections, and stuff like that. So literally, I won't have to put nothing on the house, but I have to pay for the rest of the stuff. For anybody to think I got $300,000, I don't. So from the very start, I told her, like, max 300,000. She's sending me houses 350, 315. I'm like, "Hey, these are automatically out of the price range." I only said 300 because people that are at 300 really don't want 300. They see what they can get. But I really wasn't trying to go all the way up to 300 unless it was like something that, hey, I really want. You got a shop, you got a 3-acre, blah, blah, blah. And I take it, you know what I'm saying? So found the house that we wanted, and we submitted the offer. When we submitted the offer, I told her, I said, they had listed the house for $275, and it was way above the price range for the square footage in the area. So I was like, all right, what you think I should offer them? They want $275. She said you should offer them $267, and I request that they service AC and pay $6,000 in closing costs. So I was like, that's still too much. I offered them $255. They accepted it the next day. So I was like, man, I could have went a little lower. You want to, when you submit an offer, you want to get a counter back and forth, so y'all can meet, like, where both was comfortable. They instantly accepted, so I knew that it was like too much. So I seen what they sold the house for. They making a good grip, but the sellers are so cheap, man. So boom, this is where I started losing money. We come down here. So 3 days on a 4-day weekend, came down here, literally drove down here and back in 3 days. So that's 3 days of gas for 1,000 miles. A hotel. Submitted an offer. I paid for inspection. I paid for a termite inspection or a pest inspection. I paid for appraisal. So the bank ordered it, but I paid for appraisal. Literally, all that together was over like $1,300. I don't even want to calculate. I don't even want to see it, man, because it just make me mad just thinking about it. Because I told the agent, like, why would you tell me to send an offer that high when the properties ain't really going for that? Well, the properties are going for that. I'm like, yeah, houses with bigger square footage. There's only a 2,000 square foot house finished. All the finished elements of the house. There's only 1,900 and some change square foot. Like, we're not looking for no 4,000 square foot house, 5 bedroom, blah, blah, blah. 3 kitchens and all that. We ain't looking for them. All right, so not counting that $1,200, $1,300 I just told y'all about, you got to submit earnest money on top of that. So I submitted my earnest money, $1,000, which I still haven't got right now, which I'm waiting. They say, hey, we're gonna send a check to your address. I was like, hey, thanks to y'all, I ain't got one. I just got a P.O. box today, and we got like a few more days in this hotel. So I'm trying to find an agent right now that knows what they're doing and who can close fast, because your work people ain't really, they working with me right now, but I can already tell that they're gonna get irritated. If they get irritated, I'm gonna get pissed, and it's not gonna be good, because I got an anger problem, especially with people who don't have, I ain't gonna even say empathy, sympathy, or none of that, but a lot of these people, man, went through the same thing as me, and they act like they haven't. So I mean, I'm just like, hey, just give my 10 days, I find me something, and then I just need a day to close. So hey, that's all I'm asking. That ain't too much. That ain't too much. Now, the inspection come back, and then before I even put this in there, let me say, when we agreed on the closing date, July 16th, I said we'd close on August 15th because I was trying to be down here. She said, okay, it usually take 30 to 45 days, and she went on a contract and added 12 days. Like, why would you do that? She said, why can't you close 12 days later? I said, what? I don't have a house. Like, I didn't know about the 10 days lodging at the time. I mean, because I only moved once, and there was one stayed over, and it only took a day. So I was like, what you mean? What you mean? Why I can't close 12 days later? You want to pay for my hotel for 12 days? You going to let me live with you? Or what? How this going to work? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not going to have a house. All my stuff is going in storage. So now, right now, all my stuff is in storage. I got the storage back in Kansas with the shop stuff. I ain't moving none of the cars. I still pay for cars to be parked. So I'm paying for 2 storages, man. 2 storages. Thank God for the YouTube check, because it's still coming. I want to thank y'all so much for showing that support, man, because your boy about to be out here rough. All right, at this point, we still want the house. We say, all right, we just going to wait it out and see. Like, even though it's a whole bunch of pointers saying, like, hey, this ain't it. This ain't it. So we just, all right, we just going to wait. See what happens. Pest inspection come back, house got termites, but not on the structure of the property. So it's on a porch, and it was on one of the outbuildings that I didn't even care for because it was too small for me. I was like gonna tear it down and put a metal building back there. So I said, hey, tell the sellers to, this is not something like I was not gonna do this instantly. My focus instantly was getting a parking pad set up, a Connex, cut the Connex up a little bit, put some roll up doors on it, and get my concrete for my shop. That's what I was gonna do, like instantly. So, hey, the seller said we ain't no. The house is fine. Don't worry about those termites. The weather's gonna change. Blah. Basically, like we ain't fixing it, but we'll pay for you a clean sheet. So it's some companies out there, man, that hey, the house got PEX inspections. I mean, there's termites at the location, but there's none in the house. So we'll give you a paper saying that the house is clean, even though there's still termites at the site. I ain't want to do that. So I was like, nah. If you don't want to pay for it, then nah. So I was telling the agent, like, nah, I'm just gonna back off. She's like, just wait. So I just waited a little bit more. Then appraisers came back. They say, hey, this house ain't worth $255. It's worth $240 max. Sellers say, we ain't taking $240. So I was like, all right, well, we can terminate it. She said, all right, just wait. A couple more days go by. They say, hey, we'll take $240. He's a qualified buyer. Got VA on his back. I mean, behind him, and got the money. He's a qualified buyer. We just not let him walk off. So I said, hey, even though it was in the contract, I mean, what they wanted me to do is pay the $15,000 to offset the cost. When the house, it was all right, but it wasn't really what we were looking for altogether. But I mean, it could work. We can make it work. But I was like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. $15,000. So then they agreed to $240, but they wanted us to play closing costs, which was close to $7,000. I was like, nah. I mean, and then they still weren't trying to do the stuff that we wanted them to do as far as repairs. The seller did all the repairs himself besides a septic tank, which the inspection didn't say was bad, but it said it needed something. So he paid for that. I told him to fix the garage door. The garage door didn't close all the way, like a gap this big, so anything could crawl through it. He said he ain't fixing that. Gutters was dirty. He cleaned them himself. Toilets was loose. Tightened them himself. I'm like, man, these people are cheap. They paid $220 for this house, and then they've been living there for like close to 10 years. So they made some money already. If they sold it for $220, they'll still make some money. You know what I'm saying? So they just so cheap that they were trying to find all kind of ways for us to spend more money. I was like, nah, man. You just throw it in the bag, man. Just count it as a loss. You know, a lot of people would be, I already got money and we gonna take it. Nah, just take it as a loss, man. Because you'll be losing more money jumping into it. But it was a nice property, man. The house was like down the path into the woods. And before you get there, you can make left or right, and then it's big, like sort of level lots, which is what I was gonna use for like a dirt bike track, shop, parking pad, all the cars, trailers, all that stuff, man. All that stuff fit right there, man. It was a nice location, man, but I was just not gonna pay more for a house that ain't worth it. I mean, coming from the city, you think like, hey, dang, this a nice house, big lot, all that for $255. Yeah, let's get up in there, right? But down here, it's like a dime a dozen, man. That it ain't the same, and I didn't really know that after I did my research. That's why I was like, dang. Well, I guess I did the research after I submitted the offer, which is not what I should have did, which is what my agent should have did that I hired to do. Why I'm doing, and then I'm going back and forth with my lender when she should be going back and forth. I'm making calls, setting up appointments and stuff like that. I'm like, why am I doing that? And then this was two things she said that really pissed me off on. The first one, she told her nephew, and this one I should have cut her off. She told him that I wasn't replying to her emails and I was playing games. I was like, That's when it should have been done. Second was they're asking me for comps. Comps are when they're trying to see what other houses are selling for with the same similarities, right? And like I said, the house had a big lot, but didn't have much square footage. So they went with houses with similar square footage, which were selling for $200,000. So I'm paying $55,000 for a lot, which don't really make sense. Residential lot at that. So like you can't really do nothing on it but live. So they said nah. So boom, that was it. But then, man, August 15 came, termination, blah. oh, do y'all have somewhere to live? I'm like, nah, we don't got nowhere to live. You know that. Yeah, but we still looking. Got P.O. box. We can start getting some orders maybe. I gotta go back, start back getting ready to move stuff.